Hello, my name is Elijah Lewis.
And my name is Nick Lewis. Today we are going to be talking about how to gain weight on a bulking diet with macronutrients. A bulking diet is a diet specifically made for putting on weight, but the base of most of the weight being muscle. These diets are used by people such as bodybuilders and people who have low body weight.
What is maintenance calories and how do you find them? Maintenance calories are the calories needed for maintaining the weight you are currently at. Finding these calories is a very simple process. Research shows that a male at 190 pounds, 14 to 16 calories per pound of body weight is going to equal what your maintenance calories will be. So simply take 190 and multiply that by 16, which equals 3,040. Now remember, this is for a person who does at least 60 minutes of exercising at least 5 to 6 days a week.
Caloric surplus is just eating more and more calories past your maintenance calories. Say that you rounded off the 3,040 calories to 3,000 and added 100, 200, even 500 calories. That's a surplus. The point is to make sure that at the end of the day, your calories add up to the amount you want and need.
Now that we have found our maintenance calories and discussed how to eat in a surplus, we now have to figure out macronutrient breakdown for the caloric surplus. For example, we started our maintenance calories, which is 3,000, and say we want our bulking calories to be 3,500. We still have to figure out how much protein, carbs, and fats the diet should completely consist of. Let's start with protein. On a bulking diet, essentially 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is best per day. For fats, only half a pound of body weight per day is essential for the bulking diet, if minimizing your fat gain is also a goal of yours. So, for example, back to the 190 pound male, 190 pounds multiplied by 0.5 is going to equal how many fats or how many grams of fat you should take in. So, for 195 pounds times 0.5, you come up with 95 grams of fat. Now, carbohydrates is actually a non-essential nutrient for the bulking diet. After finding how much protein you need and how many fats you need in the diet, you add those together and then add in the number of carbs that is remaining for calories.
As a reminder, protein has 4 calories per gram. Carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram, and fats have 9 calories per gram. So with the stats of a 190 pound male wanting his calories to add up to 3,500 calories per day, he would have to find his macronutrient intake like this. Protein, which equals 190 pounds times 1 gram per pound of body weight, so 190 grams of protein per day. And you would multiply that by 4, which gives you 760 calories. Fats would be 190 pounds times half of their body weight, which will equal 95 grams of fat, which is 855 calories of fat. So the calories is totaled up to be, for the proteins and fats, to equal 1,615 calories. You would now add in the carbs for the rest of the calories, which is 1,884 calories, so 470 grams of carbs. To figure that out, you would take your total calories for the day, which is 3,500, subtract the 1,615, and then divide to get what you get by 4, because 1 gram of carbs is equal to 4 calories. Now, please remember that this is a hypothetical situation, an example. I'm not saying to eat this many carbs because of some a day because of this, for some this may be way too much.
So, some frequently asked questions may include ones such as, how can I gain muscle without gaining fat? And really the simple answer is that you can't. When in a caloric surplus, you will gain weight from both muscle mass and body fat.
Another question that's frequently asked is, should I stay away from all cardio while bulking? And that's a personal preference. I mean, if you're trying to bulk, cardio is just going to put you in a further caloric deficit. So just make sure that you compensate for those calories.